Children, we will begin with the new chapter, revision of minerals and energy resources, part 2, in which we will begin with first the sources which are divided into conventional and non-conventional energy resources. Conventional resources, you have many topics under it. The examples are coal, petroleum, uh, thermal power and nuclear. I think thermal power is also uh, excluded from your um, syllabus, so I'm cutting it. Thermal power, only then nuclear power is left. So coal, petroleum and nuclear power, and hence since hydropower is cut, so Bhakranangal dam will be cut as well as Hirakud dam will be cancelled. So altogether we have to do 3: coal, petroleum and nuclear. And in non-conventional energy resources we have to do solar, wind and biogas. Tidal and geothermal I have cancelled because it has been reduced from your syllabus. So now the introduction. Energy is an essential input for industrial and economic development and for improving the standard of people. Energy output is obtained from commercial sources like coal, petroleum and electricity. Per capita consumption shows the economic development of any country. Then we come to the conventional sources of energy, that is the energy sources which cannot be compensated once these are used, or after their exploitation. They are termed as the conventional sources of energy, like the coal, petroleum and natural gas. These are all obtained and they are known as fossil fuels because they are uh, fossil fuels after being buried, and they are combustible deposits of organic materials formed from the decayed plants and animals that have been converted to crude oil, coal and natural gas by exposure to heat and pressure in the earth's crust, and it takes a million of years for them to be formed, and hence it is written as that they are non-renewable sources of energy. So conventional sources are exhaustible. That means it once formed, it will come to an end. They cause pollution when used, as they emit smoke and ash, and they are expensive to be maintained, stored and transmitted. Then we come to the topic of coal. Coal, which is present in the earth's surface, in the crust, and various forms of coal is present there, like the peat, lignite, bituminous and anthracite. So coal, in your book, page 182, we will start from the types of coal. And India, by the way, is the third largest producer of coal in the world. Then coal, the types of coal. Coal is a conventional source of energy. It is inflammable organic substance composed of hydrocarbons found in sedimentary rocks. This is important, sedimentary rocks. Coal is the main source of power generation in India. Most of the industries, that is iron and steel and variety of chemicals industries, depend on availability of coal for their intake of power. Then the types are 4: anthracite, bituminous, lignite. These are the 4 types of coal. So here also, like iron ore, you will just learn the amount of carbon present in it. Like in anthracite, it is 80% carbon. It is hard, compact and black in color, and it is most widely the second is bituminous, which is most widely used coal and contains 60 to 80% of carbon, and the color is black or dark brown. it has high proportion of carbon and low moisture content. Then the third type is lignite, which has 40 to 50% of carbon. It is in brown color. It is inferior quality. It is friable in nature, that is coarse, and it contains more moisture and less combustible matter. So the three types. The last type is the peat, which is now the fourth type of coal is the peat, which is the first stage of transformation of wood to coal. It contains 50 to 60% of carbon. It emits more smoke. It leaves lot of ash after burning. And in India, Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, they all account for about 90% of coal reserves. Now, what are the uses of coal? There are many. So coal is used in generation of power, electric power for mineral-based industries like iron and steel and cement industry. The demand of coal for railways was also a lot, but then it has reduced due to electrification of railways. Now, Indian coal is mostly associated with Gondwana series of rocks and is primarily found in Peninsular India, which accounts for 98%. About 2% coal of the tertiary type is found in the lignite or peat form in Assam and Jammu and Kashmir area. And coal is mining is hazardous and it is very dangerous due to occurrence of poisonous gases in the mines. Now the distribution of coal. Here also, like iron ore, you will learn the districts. It can be asked about the district and which state it comes under. So mainly distribution of coal, which is Gondwana coal fields, and it is bituminous type. The states are Jharkhand, largest reserves of coal is found here. Areas or the districts are Jharia, Bokaro, Giridih, Karanpura. Then Chhattisgarh, the main coal field is Korba, Danapani, Rampur. Then you have Odisha, where Talcher and Sambalpur is found. Madhya Pradesh, Singrauli, Sholapur, Panchwali, the valley and Shahdol are the important areas. In West Bengal, Raniganj alone produces 18% of India's coal. In Maharashtra, Wardha Valley, Mahapari, Kamptee, Uner and Chandrapur. Coal is also found in Andhra Pradesh in Singareni district. Other than this, the tertiary coal have been found mostly, which is lignite and peat type in the states of Kashmir, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Rajasthan as well as Tamil Nadu. Here you don't need to learn the districts. Advantages of coal energy, you have to learn any three and straight away only the topics which I have underlined. So primary energy source, it is affordable and stable at stable prices, and then easy to burn, no dependence on climatic conditions. Coal is a versatile mineral, therefore it can be used in a number of things. And then coal is mainly used for the generation of electricity and its byproduct. So byproduct here, which is tar, is important, and the byproduct of tar is utilized to make phenol, then creosote oil and naphthalene and other chemicals. So these are not directly made by coal, but it is made by the byproduct of the coal, tar, which is known as tar. The other things which are made where it is used is aspirin, soap, dyes, fabrics also make use of coal's byproduct. So here please remember the word byproduct, because it is not directly made by coal but the byproducts. and it reduces the dependence on oil. Obviously, the use of oil becomes less. Then the disadvantages. Now, in advantages, you can also mention about the that it is no non sorry we come straight to the advantages now. So any 3 points here also. So environmental impact: burning coal emits harmful wastes such as carbon dioxide, sulfuric acid, arsenic, ash, nitrogen, oxygen and sulfur. Emission of CO2 from coal burning also accounts about 65% of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and which increases the greenhouse gases. These things I don't have to explain you. You have done in class 9 also, and must have done in chemistry as well. So it causes pollution because it may lead to acid and also may lead to acid rain in some of the areas. Then the coal impact: it destroys forest. Why it destroys forest? Because coal is found in the crust under the upper layer of the soil, and therefore it has to be dug and taken out. So if a forest cover is there, then obviously there will be deforestation first, and then only coal can be extracted. So, and when it is where forest is destroyed, then it affects the ecosystem as well as the biodiversity. Transporting coal would need expensive transportation because it is a very heavy and bulky material, and it takes a lot of space, time as well as money to be transported. Then we come to the impact of coal in on humans' health, which also becomes a disadvantage because underground mining proves which is done in the caves, and explosions are made to extract coal. So the health of the people living close to the mines are at risk. Constant exposure to harmful gases can lead to respiratory diseases, lung cancer, black lung due to coal dust, and congestive heart failure. So, and it is a non-renewable source. Although widely available at present, coal deposits are depleting at a fast rate, and therefore there is a need to use it judicially. So these are the pictures of the mines where the people work, and how the life is at stake. So if it is burning, you can see the smoke around, how much of pollution it is creating, and here children are also there. And if any settlement is there, then obviously it affects the settlement, people living there.